Assalamu alaikum, konnichiwa, ciao, hola, namaste. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Ken at 10. How are you today? If you've just joined us, thank you very much for coming. This is Ken at 10. We broadcast daily from our offices in Southwest London, talk about all things property and everything else, really. We're based in SW16 Norbury, to be precise, a Zone 3 commuter area, and you'll soon be able to do that again, won't you? It's exciting, isn't it? We're looking at the road to lockdown release, and it's lovely to hear that chink of light at the end of the tunnel becomes bigger and bigger. A few things to talk about today. The main one I wanted to talk about, as you can see behind me, is stamp duty, because there's been some misconception about what the savings might be and what might happen. And the first thing I want to say about that is that obviously we don't yet know at the moment whether the deadline will be extended. There's been talk about a 6-week extension rumored around the press, and whether that extension is an outright extension or based on a thing called substantial performance. In other words, having a sale that's already proceeding. And if so, what will that measure be? We don't really know. What we can say is what the duty savings are right now if you make it before March 31st, and what the costs will be. So what we've done is we worked out what the extra costs will be to you, and worked out so therefore you can see the savings. So if you're a first-time buyer and if you're a second-time buyer, we've laid out the figures for you above, but I will run through them for you one at a time. Just in the news, only one headline I could find today which is quite relevant. Stamp duty holiday saves movers 11,500. This is research by the Halifax, which shows the stamp duty holidays save the average house mover £11,566 in tax, as well as boosting property prices by 15.5%. In the first half of 2020, the average house price was £373,537. The Halifax found. In the second 6 months, it was £57,790 higher at £431,327. That rise equates to around 5 times the average amount saved on stamp duty holiday. Well, there's an irony, isn't it? Halifax calculates the proportion of home movers paying stamp duty fell from 93% in the first 6 months to June 2020 to 26% to December. During the holiday period, 67% of home movers in London paid stamp duty, followed by 39% in the southeast. The smallest proportion of home movers still paying was in the northeast at 4%. And that's obviously due to average values, as you can see from our charts. But we just wanted to break it down because we've had a lot of calls from people saying, well, you know, if it doesn't go through and it's the vendor's fault, especially in terms of first-time buyers, saying we want the full 15,000 saving. Well, actually, first-time buyers, I have to tell you that 15,000 isn't what it's costing you. It's a maximum of 10,000, and that's if you're buying at 500,000, and you're probably not. Let's be honest. In fact, if you're buying at 300,000, the cost difference to you of completing before or after March 31st is zero, absolutely nothing. If you're buying at 350, as you can see from the chart behind me, 2,500 is the saving. And if you're a very wealthy first-time buyer and you're looking at 400 or 450, the saving is 5,000 or 7,500, up to a maximum of 10,000 at 500,000. Now we can contrast that against the second-time buyers. That is, people that are no longer first-time buyers, i.e. you've got a property you're selling and you're moving on to the next one, then you don't get the relief that first-time buyers get. And therefore you get the full saving of the stamp duty benefit. And at 300,000, as you can see, that's 5,000. At 350, it's 7,500. And at 400,000, it's 10,000. 450,000, 12,500. And finally, at 500,000, the maximum saving is £15,000. So it's quite a lot of money, isn't it? And it's quite a serious amount. But I do think it's worth putting into perspective that if you're a first-time buyer and you're buying at 3 or 350, the effect of the stamp duty saving is not massive. I'm not saying, you know, finding that money is not massive for a lot of people. I appreciate that it is, and it's a real problem. But that's the numbers, and they're the actual facts, because a lot of people we've been speaking to, especially first-time buyers, have been presuming, because of the news, that it's costing them £15,000. And as you can see from the chart, that's at least £5,000 out, even if they're buying at 500,000, which is unusual for a first-time buyer. Ken Medine has asked, has there been a big rise in estate agents filming virtual walkthroughs over the last year? And do I think it'll grow? Yeah, very good question, Ken. Yeah, there has been a massive rise in estate agents filming. And as many of you will know, we do Homes Under the Hammer quite regularly, and we've taken what we've got used to and what we've learned from the producers of that when we do our own video walkthroughs to make it more of a presented tour, Ken, rather than just a virtual walkthrough. And these virtual walkthroughs take various guises as well. The old virtual tours where it's virtually a zoom in and out moving the zoom on a camera in and out to sort of expand or contract the image is the worst of the virtual tours in my view, followed through to what I consider the best kind, which is a physical presentation explaining what the property has, what its benefits are, and then walking through to give people a sense of perspective and size. Well-produced video can make a massive difference with a summary at the end, explaining to people what it is, what's great about it, and why they should buy it. Those, for me, are the best virtual tours, Ken. But yeah, there's been a massive rise in agents doing that, and I think it's a great thing, and I think it will continue into the future. I don't think it will really abate at all. I think that it's something that will be the norm, and I think we'll see more and more higher quality presentations and higher quality filming as bandwidth allows. One of the big problems in the past with video presentations has been no one can watch them because of restriction in the pipe, so to speak, from broadband speeds. And now those broadband speeds have caught up, and more video is becoming the thing. So absolutely, Ken, video's massive rise in videos and video production by estate agents, and many have been caught napping by not doing it. So yeah, we've certainly found it a huge benefit. We were doing it before lockdown, and certainly we had videos before there was even talk of lockdown, and we'll continue to do so in the future, and hopefully tweak and improve them so that we get better and better at it. Hope that answers your question, Ken. Apart from that, today here in Southwest London, it is a beautiful sunny day. The sun's out following Boris's announcement. We're all very happy about that. Let's hope that the deadline continues. Apart from that, hope you all have a fantastic day. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions or queries, it is Ask JA Tuesday. Do put them in the comments and we'll do our best to come back to you. Apart from that, stay safe and well. Look after your families. We'll be back same time tomorrow for another Ken at 10.